Hello YouTubers, would like to give you a quick update on my Fauxdoris, and it's an exciting update because I did something new. I'm trying out to have a planner instead of in my ring binder in my dory, and I don't have a printer so I can't print it out, but I decided to make my own stamps and pencil stuff like that. And then I did something new to my Dory, and I'll show it to you. Let's get into it. This is my planner at the moment, and I was given this tab or plate or leather piece. It was like this when I bought the cover, and I just used it to stamp my own, something that speaks to me. Okay, so here goes my calendar. This is my fly leaf, my post-its, and here's my calendar. Ta-da! Yup, I got my hands on a new stamp ink set, and it's metallic by Prima, and I absolutely love this stamp. I don't know if you can see it, if my camera is going to zoom in, but these stamps, the way they stamp is just amazing and gorgeous. Like for instance over here, it's metallic blue. And here's my planner. So basically the way I did it is a whole week on one page. I don't need Sunday space, so I don't have any. But this is a whole week. Then this is my bookmark, because it's actually a very good idea, because it's quite easy to open where you need to, just like this. Ta-da! And it's open. So here's my to-dos, my notes, whatever I need to do, stuff like that. I didn't continue doing anything yet because I'm not sure what I want to do. Then this is just my challenges, projects, and my pockets, the back. And this is my folder. You have seen it before, so I'm finally using it. This is my homemade notebook. And there's nothing interesting. You have seen this book before from my turquoise dory, Dory. I just moved it here because I didn't finish using it. And that's my pen, my fountain pen. And let's go to my, that's my grocery list. Dory. I have changed my charm, I don't know, probably like many times. So, and I didn't like any of them because either they're too heavy or they just don't suit my taste, or I can't find something that is just not in a way, doesn't make too much noise. And finally I decided to use beads. And I kind of like it so far. I like the beads. They're just there, not too much in a way, and I don't know if you can see. I changed my bookmark. So this is just pretty much the same thing as before, except I tried to add some pockets and see how I like it. So I'm not sure yet. I just did them a day ago. So you have seen my notebooks. They're still the same. Nothing changed. I didn't finish them yet. Nope, I didn't. There's a smaller pocket. You know how they have those Midori inserts that are plasticky and that they have pockets? So I decided to copy that and try to make something of my own. So I don't know if I like it yet. So we'll see how that goes. This is my art of some sort of notebook. This is I'm thinking of my new A5 Dory to kind of, that's my design that I would custom request. So I'm not sure, I'm still thinking on that. That's where the paper starts to stick out. And this is the new thing, that's what I did. You know how Carrie on her YouTube channel showed that Chick Sparrow is offering pockets, and I wasn't sure if I would like something like that, and I definitely didn't like that the pockets almost go to the edge of it, so then you have very little space left to see what's in your pocket, and I never liked those kind of pockets. So I decided to try my own space, how much I wanted, and what size fits for me. So I decided that 8.5 is a good size because I can still use and see and keep whatever I like there. And I do like this size. And then she also had the sewed in pen loop. And before I wasn't sure if I want one like that. Because detachable pen loop kind of seems like I have a choice to keep it on or not. It's in the way, or does it make my cover look bad or not? So that kind of thing. So I decided to make my own, since before my first door that I made myself was made with the thin of a leather that I never used basically until I ordered my real kind of cover, Fauxdori. So I used it. I just simply cut it to the size, then rounded the corners, and I sewed it in by myself. And it doesn't look that bad. It of course took me like, I don't know, an hour to sew it in. But I did it. I like that I did it because now I know that I like the pocket, but I like it for things like, let's say, a notebook, because it's a little heavy, but yet it's not thick that I need to put it inside the elastic. And if it's not too much stuff in there, like for instance, maybe a few note cards, just like that. That's it. I don't want to put anything else that is heavy because then the cover would flip into half, and that's not what I want for my cover. I'd rather keep it inside in my folder. Do I even have a folder here? I don't think so. Basically in one of these pockets. That way it balances out the book, and I don't have one side of my cover that is flipped into half. But for something just, let's say I'm reading a thin book or just a few pages that I really quickly want to store in here, that's actually not a bad idea. Pen loop, I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see. But the way I did the sewing, I went with my sewing machine and pre-punched holes. How do I explain that? I didn't put my sewing machine on, no electricity on. So I went by hand and I turned the wheel and I kind of moved the ladder slowly the holes as far as I want them, and I punched them. Then once I did all the punching of the little holes, I went with my needle and cap. I'll show it to you. Yep, that's my stash here. Oh, here's my cap. I capped it on my finger. I took a needle of kind of, long and still sturdy, like this. So, and I went inside one hole and I pushed it with this finger in, because it's a leather. It's hard to get it inside. And I went in and I went out. I did the first stitching
which gave me still gaps in between the stitches. Because you go in and go out. People who sew, they kind of know what I mean. And then I went and I did the second stitching to close the stitching. That's why it looks like I sewed with the sewing machine, but it was by hand. It took a lot of effort, but if whoever wants to do it for themselves, they can do it. It's not that bad. And by the way, my leather is not that thick, so, and this one was pretty thin. But to try and see if you want it or not for your new leather cover or not is actually a good idea, and I liked it. And I hope you enjoyed my new ideas. Well, it's not my ideas, but something that you can do for yourself and try it out. And I hope my review of this leather pocket will help you to decide if you want it for your new Fauxdori cover or not. I hope that was helpful. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.